Now I really want to make the top 10 of the UK Handicap tracker for YouTube golfers. If you haven't seen it, check out the link. It's a great way to have some friendly competition between YouTube golfers. So can a part-time golfer who plays maybe once a week get into the top 10 in the UK and maybe even the top 25 worldwide? I'm going to have a good round. I'm thinking anything under par would be sublime. That would be 2 under my actual handicap on the course today. Let's see how I get on. Don't forget to check it out. It's brilliant. And I'll see you on the first day. Now I should mention that it is a comp as well, so I'm taking it relatively seriously, or as seriously as I can. Well, that's higher than I normally hit it, but absolutely perfect line. Lovely way to start. Right, would love to follow up a great drive with a great second here. I've got 70 or so yards, so just a little sand wedge just left of it. Not bad, a little bit deep, but I'm putting, I'll take that. Right, straight downhill, not a great deal of break. That's slick. Oh my goodness me. What just happened? Well, that was embarrassing. I did not expect it to be that fast. Oh well. Now don't follow it up and leave it short. Yes. Right, that's how it is it? Okay, well, get that out of the way early. There's a lot of things to discuss there and I'm going to talk about none of them. On to 2. Okay, the only thing to do really is to brush that off, put my ball back on the tee and then stripe a 4-iron up the left centre here. Always tough to take, but just got to hope the luck comes back my way at some stage. That'll do nicely. Not quite up the left side, but we're in the fairway and I'm happy with that. Good comeback. Honestly, how often does that happen? You go into a round feeling fantastic, you're really up for playing well, having a good day out on the course, and then something like that happens. Love it. Nevertheless, just a little wedge on again here. Let's try and stick it a bit closer and give ourselves a really makeable chance. Come on. Looks good. Maybe a tiny bit short actually. Should be putting though. Bit of a misjudgment, and I've initially got both the 52 and the putter, but I think putter's the option here. Try and do a bit of a better job than before. That's more like it. Go in, please. Don't go that way. Oh. Just looked to be drifting towards the hole and then just hung out to the left. But after the first, I'm delighted with that. Solid par for me, happy with that. Third's a tough hole, but if I can hit a good drive here, just with a little bit of fade back to the middle of the fairway, that should reduce it down to size a bit. That's drawn instead of faded. I'll be okay, but that's about it. It's about a 5 out of 10, I'm afraid. Not my fastest start, I'll be honest, but it doesn't matter too much. I've just about got away with this. I'm going to have to try and work it round the corner a bit with the 8-iron. Difficulty is everything's against me with the slope and the wind left to right. Yeah, that's what I thought. It started to draw and then fading at the end. Just short right. Pretty good shot in the end. As good as I could do anyway. Cannot tell you how desperate I am to get this to tap-in range because there's not a single easy putt on this green. How have I missed it so far to the right? Oh, that's dreadful. I wouldn't describe this as calamitous to start things off, but I wouldn't have minded it being a little bit more solid. But it'll be all right if I knock this in. Yeah, just a tiny shove, but it's a decent putt. And I need to work on those tuggy and pushy ones. Not in love with a two-way miss early doors, but we have a chance upcoming for a birdie. Not too perturbed at this particular point. It's a slow start, but I've been here many, many times. Lash this on the green and we're back. That's as good as I can hit it, just no draw, but that's the safe shot. Yeah, happy with that. Chip and a putt. Time for a bit of redemption after that shoddy chip on the last. Now I would normally bump and run this, but it's quite spongy up till about here. So I'm trying to fly it to about here with the 56, a little bit of check and roll it in the hole. Believe it or not, this is my strength, even after that atrocity on the third. And that's not going to get there. Nevertheless, birdie putt. Time for one to drop, I feel like. There we go. We're back, baby. Back to 1 over. Not played spectacularly so far, but I'll take that. First par 3 coming up. Nice nerve settler there. And now we have 163 playing 150, but slightly into off the right. So that is a sucker pin if ever I've seen one. Just going to aim it at the right edge of the green, just to the right of that. And if it draws to the middle of the green, then that's ideal. Chippy 7-iron. Just getting pushed to the left, but it was a nice strike. Well, welcome to my golf game, ladies and gentlemen. Some magic and wizardry mixed with absolute calamity. 2 in a row here would be glorious. Nope. Oh, I don't believe it. I didn't think it was going to reach, which was a concern, but once it got there, I thought it was going in, but it didn't. Good effort though. Just the reed let me down a tiny bit, I think. Okay, gang, all I can really ask for is to hit good shots and hope to hole a few putts, so I'm not going to complain about a 3 there. Now I've got 3 wood here, trying to draw it round the corner. That's all I can really do, and try and get somewhere near the front edge if I'm lucky. Just whispered to myself to hit a solid committed swing and I've topped it. That is not like me. Luckily this is a relatively short par 4, although I've made it into a long one. I've got 6 iron from about 185. And if you can see the 100-yard marker on the left there, the flag is almost directly behind that. That's beautiful. It's just holding its line now towards a flag and we should be putting. Well, not often you get to practice these. This is about 100 feet. My approach came up short, although it was a good shot, so I need a full swing putter. That's as hard as I can, as hard as I've probably ever hit a putter, and we're still way short. Well, I'll have to hole one. Yeah, pulled it. Probably turned more than I thought as well. Disappointing bogey, but all of the mistakes were made on the tee box somehow. That's all it takes. Okay, back to 2 over. Stick with me, it's very scoreable. A lot of chances coming up, I believe. Now, I'll be honest guys, I don't normally do this off the tee on this hole. I usually play defensively, but I'm not doing that today. Just trying to hit a fade off the right edge of the bunker on the left, if you can see that. Wind should help me. Absolutely perfect. Don't ask me about the finish because that just happens occasionally and I can't explain it. But it's worked out perfectly. That's the way to do it. Stay nice and confident. Now I've got a lovely sand wedge yardage. Let's walk through that door, come on. What have I done? Missed it right. Oh, that's a horrible miss. That is not the shot to hit there. Ah, I should have just taken my medicine, aimed 10 feet left, but I didn't. Now I think this is what separates great golfers from just good golfers. They would just have not done this. Green light special, and I've made a right meal of it. Gonna have to get handsy. And I've knifed it. Oh dear. Well, I'm making things entertaining. Not quite what I had in mind when I woke up this morning, but alas, welcome to golf. I've still not got the speed of these greens. That was off both on line and pace. That was probably off the front, even though I tapped it. Sorry state of affairs. Bogey from nowhere. These things happen. We'll regroup on the next and lash one towards the green. I've nearly missed the ball, but it's gone exactly where I aimed it, so that's a win in my book. Hey dear, golf's an infuriating, albeit wonderful game. There is still a very, very long way to go, so if you have stuck around for this long, thank you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new. I'm on the journey to scratch golf and the top 10 of the handicap tracker apparently, because things aren't quite going to plan just yet, but bear with me. It'll pick up. It's downwind on the back nine. That's what I'm going to tell myself anyway. Okay, this has to be a good chip. The tee shot has done remarkably well and I've got the green cam up, so let's hope for some spin around the hole. Well, that was pretty much what I wanted to do. It just stopped a lot faster than I thought actually, but we're gaining on it. That was a much better strike and chip in general. Not quite on my game so far, which I think it's fair to say, but I'm still enjoying myself. It could be a lot worse. It's a Monday and I could be working. Like I said before, pretty much all the golfers on that list so far are full-time content creators or even pros. So I'm at a bit of a disadvantage in that I play golf once a week, maybe twice if I'm very lucky. Bang. Literally never moved, just tramlined all the way into the middle. Paul's sputtering his guts up again. We're back to 2 over. Absolute roller coaster. I don't know whether I'm coming or going, guys, but I'm keeping on the attack if I can. Got a 7-iron here, up the hill, probably playing 165-ish, so that's perfect. Just hold your line. Well, I think I'm putting. Just drifted right on the wind a tad, but that's a good shot for me. I'm happy with that. Probably got one of those length putts again if possible. Might make another. Love that. Now to convert from about 10 feet. Goes that way. Weak putt to be fair, but misread it, thought it was going right to left, but it actually probably went left to right. However, you can probably see better than me. And a very up and down 2 over par front 9, so still an opportunity, we just need a good back 9. I can just hear Paul wittering away. He's not having his best day, bless him. He has said 130 to this back flag. It's a bit of a sucker, but I'm going to chip an 8-iron towards it. I've drawn it against the wind and it's just going nicely towards the left edge. I hope I'm putting, but it just kind of disappeared behind the bunker. It was a good shot though. I am more than happy with that. Just really need to sort of convert a few of these if I can. To be fair, the putter's been good. I've never been a million miles off. No, it's not going to turn that much. Another decent putt, just misread it again. I'll take a 3. Well, I'll have to, I don't have any choice. We're definitely along the right lines, just missing the mark a tiny bit. Hit so many good shots, just struggling to convert. Although I have made a few. Now I've got a downwind par 4, so I can lash driver up the right centre here. Just like that. Very nice. That should set me up nicely for the hole. Annoyingly, my game seems to always boil down to good putting. I hit a lot of good shots, give myself chances, but unless I convert a fair few of them, I really struggle to go very low. Anyway, good yardage for the sand wedge again. Give myself a putt and hopefully hole it. Hold your line. Surprise, surprise, good iron shot, or good wedge shot rather. And another 12-footer for birdie. Needless to say, that's exactly how I drew it up, and we have 10 feet up the hill for birdie. Come on. I pushed it. Oh, come on, Johnny boy. Drat. I'm not going to let it affect me. Got to believe that they'll start dropping and then we're going to have a wild last few holes. But every shot as it comes. Just aiming straight down the middle here. Thankfully, that's exactly where it's gone. Go ball! Needless to say, from there, I'll probably wedge it on to 10 feet and then it's all down to the putter. I'm back up and running. Unfortunately, my chip came up short and I got another putt, this time for par. Oh, it's too hard on that line. That was a very, very confident stroke, bordering on silly. No way. Well, that's a double from nowhere. And we need a miracle. Ouch. It doesn't take much for golf to bite you in the backside, and slight lapse in concentration and a double. So chances of breaking par have gone, I would say, without a miracle, but I'm not against a miracle. Hold your line. Yeah, the wind just pulled that left, but we're putting. Oh, I feel so deflated. Promised so much and delivered very little. Never mind, I will not give up. Well, that did everything but go in. Yeah, it was very pacey, but thankfully took a couple of jumps. I'll try and tap in, Paul, although I'm probably aiming left edge from a foot. Solid 3. Stopped the bleeding, so to speak. Right, I'm a bit sad about matters, but 2 par 5s in the next 3 holes, so let's make something highlight reel worthy. I mean, the drive has been incredible today. That's really good. We will be having a dart at the green from there. Great tee shot. Great position in the fairway. 5 iron from 225, playing more like 200. I think it was just a hair heavy. It was definitely a hair heavy. I've clipped the tree short of the flag. It's okay there. Not me best, but certainly not me worst. I think the hat is a pretty accurate depiction of my golf game today. Some brilliance and some absolute shoddiness. Now I'd love to get up and down here and make a birdie. That would help my mood. This, by the way, is a hit and hope, just dumping it into the hill short of the green and hope it rolls down. And I've played it splendidly. It's not going to be an easy putt, but he could have given me 10 attempts and I don't think I'd have done better there. Unfortunately for me, even in early March, this is going to be quick. Probably should have moved that grass and it may have reached. A little tentative, but not one to be aggressive with. And it's a par 5, unfortunately. Or fortunately, whichever way you look at it. Now if I can get a good drive away here, that sets me up nicely on this hole, because it's a tough tee shot, especially off this mat. It's very uneven. That's a lovely golf swing. Driver has been unbelievable today. Just most of the other parts of my game have not matched up, unfortunately. I've only hit one marginally poor tee shot on the 3rd today, and everything else with the driver has been immense. We won't talk about the 3-wood. Right, let's go flag hunting. 52 degree. I'm digging to China, but the line's good. The strike was pretty good. I might even be long. Here we go again. Stay up. I think it sums it up today. That was a really good putt, but it just hasn't dropped. Not including that aberration on 12. Another par. Par 5 coming, so I can lash away down there, take out a bit of frustration. I'm not frustrated. Nothing to lose. Up the right edge. Let the wind draw it back. Started up the right edge and it stayed there. Come on. There we go. That's the latest right to left I think I've ever seen. But it's worked. We'll be having a bash from there, I think. Right, we're going for it. Haven't hit the P7 CB4 iron yet today, so I don't want to make him feel left out. It's going to have to be a good one. It's 240 playing about 210. So it's everything I've got. That's not going to come back. Keep coming left. Oh dear. Fun's over for the young man. That started right and stayed there. Beautifully struck though. Luckily it's hazard, so I can take a drop at worst. Oops. Calamity is struck again. I've had to take a drop, playing me 4th, and 54 yards to the flag, and I need an up and down for par. Good bounce. Wow, what a golf shot. We might make 5 after all. Let's go. Yeah, golf. It's a funny old game, and that actually is quite a good par. 2 to go. Wouldn't mind a birdie finish. Still a chance for something great to happen. Got a little 8 iron, it's probably playing 140. Don't want the 9 iron spinning up like it normally does. Come on. That's probably in the hazard again. I've gone to pieces, ladies and gents, I'm afraid. Absolutely woeful. Same club again, just looking for redemption or something to make me want to come back. Very good, very happy with that. Little knee wobbler for my bogey. Bit of a horror show, but actually a good up and down. Feel better about the 8-iron now after a tragic tee shot. One more hole to go, let's find a birdie. I think it's fair to say that costly double with 120 yards from the centre of the fairway is why I will not be in the top 10 of the UK Handicap Tracker, at least not for now, not today. And now this is going to be my attempt at a long drive swing, so I might get 150 ball speed out of this. Well, that'll do. It won't have got to the green. I've got no power left in my noodly arms, but it's a good shot. Bit aggressive. Very aggressive. And guys, I'm afraid this is probably what happens when you get too big for your boots. Nowhere near the top 10 of the Handicap Tracker based on today. However, I hope you've enjoyed watching the ups and downs of handicap golf. And I'll see you next week after I hopefully make a birdie here. That's it. Holy! It's happened a few times today. Scared of hitting Paul's ball as well and making all kinds of drama for myself. To sign off with a par then. Makes sense.